Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to your cultural lesson for today. This afternoon we're going to be talking about the life cycle of a star. Stars are made up of lots of ingredients. Scientists have worked really hard to identify all of the ingredients that make up our universe, and they all come from this process of a star dying or supernova. So here is a table of all of the elements scientists have discovered so far. And these are also ingredients that make up stars, so I've included them. I've written each of their little nicknames on little tags, and I will show you something about that later. Okay, so the process of stellar nucleosynthesis is what I'm about to show you, and it is how a star is born and then what can happen at the end of its life. So in the beginning, every star that's starting to form begins as a cloud of hydrogen. Hydrogen is one of the elements that scientists have discovered exists in our universe. And after a while, this can take billions of years, the hydrogen particles will fuse together, which is a way of them joining each other in a very strong bond. And that fusion creates a new material. So after a while, you have helium. The hydrogen fused together to form helium. This happens again. Helium particles, over the course of many, many, many years, fuse together to form a new material called carbon. We're going to need a little more space because carbon fuses to form something new called oxygen. Oxygen is one of the materials that we know is very necessary. We get our oxygen here on Earth. After a while, the oxygen will fuse to form a new material called neon. Eventually, neon will fuse, and when it does, it forms magnesium. And we're going to get a little more space for a little more fusion. Magnesium fuses to form silicon, and silicon fuses to form iron. Iron is quite different from all of the materials that came before. Iron is very dense. Iron does not fuse. The dense iron pulls all the matter inward by its gravity. Heat and pressure build up, and then all of those materials come out in an explosion, which we refer to as a supernova. Then all of these particles get dispersed into the universe, into different areas, and form new things together, which is how we have all of our planets and the life that we have on our planet. Now, we've referenced supernova, which is one of our learning groups. We have a group of children who are in a course called Supernova. And I'm going to show you another one. This one is a nebula. I'm going to show you a few different types of nebulas. Nebulas are star nurseries. It's where stars are born. This one is called a Crab nebula, so that's the type of nebula that it is. This one's called a ring nebula. You can see it's round and ring shape, ring nebula. This one is the Veil nebula. It's all long and strong. And the last one is the Horsehead nebula. So if you're in group nebula or group supernova, you've been referenced in this lesson. I'm now going to pick up my phone so I can show you the whole process. Here at the beginning, we don't have a star quite, just the beginnings of a star. This is probably protostar territory, where you have a star that's being formed. And then towards the end, we have the supernova. And the beginning stages of all of this happen in a star nursery, which is called a nebula. That's what we have these pictures of. Okay, so that's the life cycle of a star. Thank you for joining me for this lesson.